Right, first of all, we've been out in the field. As Stephen's already told you, it's throwing it down with rain out there. We've been out for a good hour, we've been had a good wander around. Unfortunately today not being able to shoot anything, but we've still been out there with the rifle. We've been indoors now for a good 15-20 minutes. It started to dry off, and as anybody knows, when you've been out with your rifle and it's absolutely wet through, the last thing that you want to do is be putting your rifle into a gun case or a gun bag, because all you're doing is transferring the moisture off your rifle into your gun bag, thus resulting, or the end result from that will be rust on your rifle, which nobody wants. I always carry one of these Ballistol care cloths with me. Whenever I go out on a shoot, whether it's just for half an hour or whether it's a day shoot, I always make sure that I've got this with me. It's a brilliant piece of kit. No weight to it, very, very thin, excellent. All you have to do is rip open the bag, the little protective case that it comes in, and what you have inside is a really strong smelling, smells like Pernod, Ouzo, strong licorice. There's a care cloth that is absolutely packed full of the lovely Ballistol oil, and all I'm going to do is apply the oil directly to my rifle, not removing the water first. I'm going to apply it to the whole of my rifle, scope, the action, the safety, all the way down, right down to the barrel, all the way down to the end of the barrel, and as you can see it's evenly coating the silencer. Give everything a really, really good rubbing over. Continuing on to the stock, the underside of the stock, the slide groove underneath, all around the trigger mechanism, around the pistol grip, into the checkering, everywhere on your rifle that's been subjected to the weather outside. We need to remove all the water, otherwise it's just going to get rusty. As soon as you've done that, all you have to do, leave it for a couple of minutes for the oil to soak into the wood. Because of the nature of the oil, it's very low in viscosity, so it will literally creep into all the little nooks and crannies of your rifle, thus protecting it from the environment, keeping it clean, so that you know that when you've finished wiping it all over, your rifle is then going straight back into a protected environment once it's been coated. Now, using a microfiber cloth. Microfiber cloth is extremely good for this product, because as you wipe over your rifle, removing the excess oil, the microfiber actually absorbs the excess oil from your rifle. So what you're doing is you are giving yourself an impregnated microfiber cloth that if you keep with your shooting gear, when you're finished, if you happen to forget your care cloth, which any good shooter should always keep a nice cleaning kit with them when they've finished, when they've been out in the field, and all you have to do is give it a little rub over, removing the excess, and that's it. Your rifle can then be put into its case, be it a soft case or a hard case, and you'll knowing full well that your rifle is completely protected. You've rubbed off all the moisture, you've reapplied your Ballistol oil. Let's just drop down onto the end of the barrel. This also removes all fingerprints and dust that you've got from the farm. Anywhere that you've been walking, the oil off your fingers, as you can see, the action is now really shiny. Even if you put your finger on it now, there's nothing there. You can't really see where your finger's been, even if you just rub over it. Admittedly, after a while, you're putting your fingers on, you're taking your fingers off, all that, you will find that your fingerprints will start to come back. All you need to do is wipe them away. There's no sticking other chemicals on there to try and remove your fingerprints. All you need is the one care cloth. That is it. If you are walking around with a care cloth in your pocket, if you happen to snag yourself on a bit of barbed wire or a sharp twig or something, and you get a little scuff or a little cut somewhere on your hand or on your fingers, all you need to do, because of the medical oils that are in this, you just give it a quick wipe over, and that's it. Not only are you protecting your rifle, you're also protecting yourself. It's a very, very good product, and I would say that anybody that has a rifle, shotgun, rimfire, centerfire, anything, air rifle, anything like that, that this product is a must for your cleaning kit. That's a Ballistol care cloth. Right, what we're going to do next is give the inside of the barrel a quick clean out with this suckling silk toe material. All it is, it's really fine silk type material. You only need a little bit of this to put it in your pull through. So what I'm going to do is use my small hunting knife, and I'm going to cut just a little bit off so I can stick it on the pull through, and I can slide it down the barrel with some of the Ballistol Universal. You only need a very small amount of this, now that I know exactly how much you have to use. That's literally it. And you just give it a quick twist, and there you are. So we'll come back to this one in a minute. We're just going to give the rifle a quick wipe over, and then we'll come through to how we actually use this cloth, putting it down the barrel, cleaning the inside of the barrel out. We're going to move on to the Ballistol Universal spray. This spray can be used on absolutely anything that you would use your WD-40s on, anything like that, only this is a much better and far superior product than your WD-40s and your other universal oils. What I'm going to do with this is, for a more intensive cleaning on your rifle, all you have to do is give one short spray just down the length of your rifle. That is it. You can see how it's forming along the stock. As it is a very thin universal oil, it will creep into all the little nooks and crannies, all the fissures of the wood. It impregnates itself back into the stock. This is a highly oiled stock. It's not a varnished stock, it's an oiled finished stock. So once you've got it on there, just leave it for a couple of minutes to do its business, and then all you have to do is give it a quick wipe over. That's as much as you have to do. Even if your rifle's been sat around for a couple of months, it's gathering dust. If you don't like going out in the rain, just to knock the dust off. Don't use your furniture polishers, which contain mostly chemicals and waxes, silicons. Long term, you put furniture wax on your rifle stock, it will start to degrade the finish. Now, that's just on one side. I've been using these products on my rifle now for not a long time, but I hope you can see there that the finish that I have got on that is absolutely outstanding. Where you've got the extra little bit of oil build up on here, you can see the shine, and the Ballistol oil helps bring that shine back to all woods. You can use it on your furniture at home, you can use it on your coffee table. Any oak, teak, mahogany, any wood that has oil in it, you can just use the Ballistol Universal. It'll bring everything up really nicely.
But you can also use it on lacquered finishes as well.
You can use it on lacquered finishes. It will just enhance the lacquered finish because it doesn't contain any nasty chemicals. Because it's a really universal product, you can use it as a polish. You can just spray it on whatever you want, spray it wherever you need to, such as your knife. I mean, we've just been out for a wander in the field. The knife's got a little bit of grime on there. It's got a little bit of the water spots on it. You could use the care cloth, or you could use the spray, and all you need to do is literally just give it one quick blast. You can see the oil already working in all the way down the knife blade, and all you have to do is wipe away all the dirt and all the material that was stuck to the knife blade. It
that's
takes
just
away.
One wipe, isn't
that's
it?
just one, literally one wipe. If you do have built up mess on your knife blade from wherever you've been using your knife, just give it a little bit of a rub, and it will bring off all the nastiness off there, and just give it a wipe over. Don't wipe it off too much. You want to leave a little bit of the protective oil on the knife. You can see on the other side you've still got a little bit of the mess at the bottom of the blade. You can see where it's being used there. There's a couple of little spots on the knife blade itself. One quick shot down the length of the blade, leave it for a couple of seconds, and using your microfiber cloth, wipe it away from the handle, put your onto the handle, and you just draw it straight down, and that's it. Everything that was on the knife blade has gone. Okay, yes, you would say that you could do that with most other oils, but if you sprayed some of the other oils onto your knife blade and then you went out to go and use your knife on your rabbits or your pigeons, I wouldn't want to put a knife covered in some of the other oils onto meat that I am going to eat. I do like my rabbit, I do like my pigeon. Using the Ballistol oil, because it's made of pure ingredients, it's not harmful to us in any way, shape or form. So you put that onto your knife, you're coating your knife, keeping it rust free, but you're safe in the knowledge that when you come to use your knife on the animal that you've shot, you are not contaminating the meat with anything.
Good point. Yeah, that's a good point. That it also leaves a slight residue, but you can't really feel it, can you?
No.
So any nastiness that will stick to it in the future will be easier cleaned off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It leaves a protective coating. You can see there where I've just run my greasy fingers over it. It's starting to dull it down just a little bit. All you need to do is just wipe it away.
Yeah.
And it just completely disappears.
Because it's an alkaline product, it'll neutralise any acids that are there.
Exactly. Anything that gets onto the blade will be completely neutralised. Then, instead of just thinking, right, my knife's done, using your Ballistol spray again, this has got a plastic case inside the sheath. So using your Ballistol spray, if you just hit it with a couple of little squirts, there again, even if you haven't got time to dry your knife or wipe the blood off your knife or whatever else you've got on your knife, you may have been cutting a little bit of timber down or a bit of bush down to make yourself a nighttime fire. Everything that you touch with this knife now, all the build up, once you've wiped it over, you just slide it straight back into your sheath and put it away. Therefore, that when you bring it back out, you know that your knife is going to have a slight coating of the Ballistol oil on it. So as soon as you come to use it the next time, wherever you put the knife, slice, the oil is protecting the knife. It's always there. Once you put it inside your sheath, that's it. You can wipe it over with a care cloth, but be very, very careful, because if your knife's as sharp as mine, you'll be needing more than a care cloth for your fingers. As you can see, I've got a hard case. It's got the egg box foam inside it, just pure plastic. You at home might have got one of the soft cases, but this will work with the soft cases as well. When you finish cleaning your rifle, you don't want to put your rifle back into a dirty case or a case that may have got a little bit of moisture on it. All I do, very quick and simple, full length, twice. That's it. Then when you put your rifle back into your case, where the oil's sat on top of the foam, as you can see the oil there on my hands, stick your rifle back in, close it up. You're putting your rifle back into a protected environment. When you're finished with your pride and joy that you've spent your hard-earned cash on, you can pick it straight up, put it straight into your gun case, and you're putting it back into a protected environment. You can also use the Ballistol Universal as a pellet lube. Now, same again, all you need is one very short spray. With your standard lead pellets, all I do, one short spray. Close the box up and just give it a little roll around. Open it up and all your pellets are now coated with the oil, utilising it as a pellet lubricant. As you've already seen, the Ballistol Universal doesn't smoke when it comes out the end of your barrel. So putting it onto your pellets as a pellet lube will have no detrimental effect to the accuracy. It may allow the pellet to leave the muzzle a little bit quicker, as most pellet lubes do. This product can also be used on your high grade Prometheus pellets. They're in a plastic jacket with a steel bullet that leaves a plastic jacket. Same applies. One short squirt onto the pellets, close the box. Admittedly this is a full box, but because of the creep quality of the oil, all the pellets are now coated with the Ballistol Universal, all ready to go. As I say, it does increase the performance of the pellet leaving your barrel, which may up the poundage of your rifle, but all pellet lubricants do that anyway. They do tell you that. It is a renowned fact. You go sticking pellet lube on your pellets, there is a slight chance that it will up the overall power and operating performance of your rifle. So if you are running quite close to the 12 foot-pound mark, just be warned, it could take it over the 12 foot-pound mark. Right, using the Ballistol Universal again, we're going to clean out the barrel of this rifle. This is a 2.2 rifle. This product can be used on any bore of rifle that you might have, be it 177, .20, .22, .25, even the rimfire, centerfire, 2.2s, any rifle that you have of any bore, so long as you've got the right kind of cleaning equipment to stick down the barrel to clean out all the mess that builds up in the riflings. Even with your shotguns, we have another product here that is designed for the shotgun barrels. Same applies. Take a little bit of this, stick it on the end of your push rod, wrap it round the end of your mop as you're putting it down the end of your barrel, but give it a spray with the Ballistol Universal. That will help remove all the lead, all the gunpowder, the black powder, any residues that build up on the inside of your shotgun barrel. Really, really good products. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to quickly unscrew the silencer off the end of my rifle. He says.
How many Weetabix this morning? Not enough.
Only one. Right, silencer removed. Then crack the barrel so we've got it open. Now what I'm going to do is, on the side of the Ballistol Universal you will get a little straw. This is not for sipping the Ballistol. You attach that onto the end of the spray, like so that you can have very easy and direct application of the product to wherever you need it on your rifle, or indeed your hinges at home, your door hinges, your gate hinges, any locks. Stick that inside the lock itself, spray. It's actually putting the oil inside the lock. On your rifle you can use it just to put round a little blob on the end of your safety. Just that little drop there will seep through the gap between the metal, it will seep into the safety catch, thus lubricating all the internal parts of the safety catch, kicking out all the water, keeping out all the dirt. Now what I'm going to do is just one squirt. Put the tube all the way down, one squirt and pull up. So that you have a quantity of oil now sat inside the barrel. That will start to neutralise the lead build-up, any dirt build-up inside the barrel itself.